will be a litmus test for President William Ruto, even as he seeks the best option that will secure him a second term in office come 2027. A win or a loss in both Malava and Mbeere North constituencies will also play a big role in determining whether it will be politically beneficial to continue with Deputy President Kithure Kindiki as his running mate come 2027 or drop him, or whether to retain Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi and Speaker Moses Wetangula in his fold or drop them. As our senior political affairs reporter Chris Tyree reports, the president is walking a tightrope, even as he seeks options that will make or break his political career.
The much awaited by-elections by the political class set to take place in the coming few weeks has been equated to a mini-election and a dress rehearsal for the 2027 general election. In Western Kenya, focus will be in Malava constituency. Both the Kenya Kwanza administration and the united opposition have positioned themselves to win the parliamentary seat in a region that has not been voting in one basket going by the 4 consecutive general elections. The president has taken the by-election seriously, even spared some time from his busy schedule to campaign for UDA candidate in Malava, David Ndakwa, a clear indication that a loss for him in this seat might dent his support in the larger western region.
Mtapatia kura huyu mungwana akuja ajenge amalize barabara hii na mimi, tuunganishe stima na yeye, tupange mambo yenu ya masomo na yeye. Wangapi wanapata kura? Wapi kura ya Ndakwa? Hapa wapi kura ya Ndakwa?
The western region has largely benefited from the Kenya Kwanza administration by getting palm positions in government, despite the region having voted for the Azimio presidential candidate, the late Raila Odinga, in the 2022 general election. The region boasts of having key positions in government, including that of Prime Cabinet Secretary and CS for Foreign Affairs, Musalia Mudavadi, Speaker of the National Assembly Moses Wetangula, CS Cooperatives Wycliffe Oparanya, who joined the government under the broad-based government, Forestry CS Deborah Baraza, 8 principal secretaries and 6 ambassadors. Out of the 5 counties in Western region, it's only Bungoma County that gave President William Ruto more votes than Raila Odinga, with a difference of over 100,000 votes. The rest of the counties voting in favor of Raila, giving him close to 1 million votes out of the 1.6 million votes that were cast. And now President Ruto depends on Musalia Mudavadi and Wetangula to deliver the Malava seat.
Sasa utoke kwa meli, uende kwa kanuu, simamba na papa itakumaliza. Sisi tukae kwa meli ya serikali ya broad-based na kinara ni William Samoei Ruto.
Sisi zote katika broad-based, ODM haikuweka candidate, Ford Kenya haikuweka candidate, zote tunaunga Ndakwa wa UDA.
A win for President William Ruto in Malava against the united opposition will definitely boost his chances of finally inheriting the support of ODM party and the late Raila Odinga in the region that has largely remained in the opposition since the death of the late former Vice President Kijana Wamalwa.
The other option would be to woo Western and wait until the presidential candidate of the opposition is decided, so that if that candidate is not from Western, and luckily for him, if the running mate for the opposition is also not from Western, that is where he will concentrate, and that is where he might take a running mate.
Even as President William Ruto continues to weigh his options in a bid to consolidate his support and that of the late Raila Odinga that he enjoyed both in Western and Nyanza region, his team is alive to the fact that it will not be a walk in the park.
This is the biggest weakness even with the ODM, because you see Rex Masai didn't die so that Njoka can become minister. You know, so I don't see how the president can change the things he has done so far for people to say we can trust him with another 5 Yes.
Currently, the Western region is divided into two, with one side of the political divide led by DPM Musalia Mudavadi and Moses Wetangula supporting the broad-based government, while DAP Kenya party leader Eugene Wamalwa and his deputy George Natembeya leading the voices that support the united opposition. So which way Western ahead of the 2027 general election? Chris Dero, KTN, Nairobi.
Away from politics, the Elgeyo Marakwet mudslides that ravaged the area last